Welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming. My name is Brendan, and today we are painting the Sanctifiers by popular vote. By which I mean something like 80% of the vote went to Sanctifiers. Side note for everyone, may I notice, I have a new desk. We have a new setup for Hobby Hangout. So if everything looks a bit off, that's why, especially as I get used to looking at the camera over here instead of somewhere over here. If I look over here, I'm talking to it, I swear I'm reading the chat. All right. Without further ado, let's get to it. It's time to paint Sanctifiers. And while we do, a little music. Just I don't know if I ever mentioned the desk story while you were here. Getting this desk was an absolute chore, to put it mildly. A little bit. So the Sanctifiers, as we see here, are a kill team, actually. They're a unit of, for lack of a better term, ecclesiarchical rabble. You've got kind of a priest right here leading them. And they've got interesting thing. They came out with the what was it? The Goremongers, I think. The kind of World Eaters kill team that came out. So they're kind of a comparison up to that. Yeah, like an ecclesiarchical kill team. They're all like holy people by 40k definition of the word, at least. And I think they are neat and characterful. Lack of a better term, modifier. Yes. I do need to do one thing. If anyone joins in. All right. Yeah, I just think they're neat. I rather like them. They're very interesting looking. You can take them in any Imperium army. So, Wanting Fire, if you were to get your hands on a box of these, you could run them with your Salamanders. They have a couple of data sheets. They have a data sheet for just Sisters of Battle, and then they have one for Imperial agents, so like Inquisition and whatnot. And of course, Imperial agents, famously, can be run in any Imperial faction. Are they any more Psychos of the Mystorium than literally any other Sisters of Battle unit? If we're being honest. Yeah, that's fair. Also, side note, you guys may not have noticed that I am able to respond to you a bit faster than normal. I am trying out a low latency mode, specifically for these hobby streams. So let me know how it works. Good. Good one, Fire. It's not like the ultra low latency, but it's pretty. It's just low. It's like the next step up. So it could technically be faster, but I don't feel like. I'm not sure how much we actually get out of that. One thing I have noticed about this setup is that it does make it a little bit harder to look at chat. I will freely admit, just because I have to look over to the side there. Which makes it a smidge awkward, but that's alright. Alright. So, if you guys are painting or putting stuff together tonight, what are you painting or putting together? What's going on with the hobbies on the hobby stream? Yeah, no kidding. It's really not even just like. It's not that it's awkward so much to turn and look at it. It's just like. I guess that's part of it. It's just like. I have to get used to it. Like, it's not the actual turn that's annoying. It's the fact that I have to turn. So just being able to, like, look, just kind of glance up and see it. You should be, like, over here, essentially. I mean, Brooke does raise a good point. Sisters, some of the most characterful units in 40k, like bar none. Like even these that I would probably classify more like Sisters adjacent than strictly like Sisters models. Very characterful. I love them. Alright, here, let me get this red on real quick, and then we'll look over this dude a little closer. We can kind of just look at essentially the environmental storytelling of them, right? Because this little model, even though it's just like a dude, and for all intents and purposes, he's practically a regular dude by 40k standards, is so characterful. Like, it's crazy how characterful he is. Yeah, so we're taking a look. There it is. I can get it in frame. There we go. Take a look at this guy, right? We've got a few different things. So we'll notice right here, if you can kind of tell, he's got a mechanical arm. So like that tells us something that's like happened in his past and it's been removed for some reason or another. It's also connected to his chainsword. See, this is kind of like connected to its weapons. So this is a lot about like him as a person, right? And he's got like the flamer, and that says a lot. And the big thing on the back, he's got this giant book, which you can only presume is some sort of like holy book in 40k or something, right? And I think that's just like amazing. So you can just like tell a story about this guy. Some fellow. You can tell like a story about this guy and just these little features about his life. And I love that. Absolutely love that. That's a side note. There's just gonna be a lot of me putting Flesh Terrors red onto miniatures today. Do that right now. Yeah, he's got a literal book bag. Like I said, I love how flavorful like sisters and sisters adjacent models can be. Kind of like Tristan said, like the new Celestinian kill team looks amazing. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna fit into big 40k either. I think every single kill team, this edition of kill team, has gotten a data sheet. I know in last edition kill team, I don't think that was the case. And there's always a chance they don't, but I don't think that's going to happen. Right? Like the fact that you can like if you hold him up like that, you can see the back, you can see the book from behind it. This book is probably like a solid like what, 3.5, maybe 4 feet wide. It is absolutely massive. And he's carrying it around, so it's like, oh, is this like a devotional thing? Is this like a Pentiant thing? Like, what is this? And I think that's crazy cool. Oh, so yeah, this definitely has like Doom vibes on Empire. I think this is, what is this? Big Rock, take the lead. So make it that way you want. This one, meanwhile, kind of makes me think of like Halo to a certain degree. Maybe ODST a little bit. Like, it's not quite. Like, Halo's always had that sort of soft rock like style to it. Yeah, soft rock, I don't know if that's the correct term, but it definitely hits some of the like more piano heavy themes that Halo does sometimes. And I just realized the pups have pulled the bed out of frame of the pup camp. I will have to fix that. They might be one in fire, they might be. I also just know for a fact that one of them, the little younger pup, he likes to pull on stuff to get the older one to play with him because he knows it annoys her. So if he pulled on stuff that she doesn't want him pulling on, she'll like bark at him and go and like jump on him. And then it's like game on, and that's just how they start playing now. It's fascinating and fun. And this part is so small, guys. This guy has so much flair. So many little parts. I love my like normal human-sized dudes, right? Love my normal human-sized dudes. However, I hate painting a normal human-sized dude. It is an absolute nightmare every single time. Because they're just so small. And modern GW detailing is both amazing and annoying because of it. Like, it's kind of insane. Oh, my neck is starting to hurt a little bit. This one doesn't even have a flamer. This one has a melta, alright? Like, look at this guy, look at that. Where can we number? Alright, so he's got that big old melta, right? First of all, love it, awesome. He has a small book, a bigger book, this little skull thing on his chest, covered a lot of paint, so you can't entirely see it right now. Then we go to the back, and he's got even more stuff. Look at this. We got a backpack with a box on top of it. Let's see, he's got a little backpack there. He's got like a canteen there. He's got a sleeping bag there. He's got this big old chain sword just hanging off the side. Like, this guy has so much stuff on him. It's kind of crazy. And again, he's just like a dude in the squad. He's not even like a special dude. We adorable pup. Now we have a pup. We have a real pup cam. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn on my fan a little bit. I don't know what it is, but I've just been hot like all day. Might grab an ice pack, like for real. Right? Even this guy, I don't know if you can see too much. He's got like a bare arm and he's just jacked over here. Like, these dudes been getting after it. Also, side note, because this is our first stream post Extra Life, I would love to I just want to thank you all so much again for coming out and supporting us. Like, we have raised, I believe, over $1,200. We actually got in a little bit more, I think, on like Sunday, like afternoon, Monday morning. I'm not entirely sure which. Like, we got another donation. Like, the fact that we were able to raise over $1,200 is just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Like, I don't know who did it, but someone anonymously donated $195. $195. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Like, that was incredible. It was awesome to be a part of it. And I hope we get to do it again someday. Maybe not soon. Maybe take a break. But that was absolutely incredible. Nagi. Leave her alone. She doesn't want to play. She's just chilling. Mm-hmm. Aggie. Actually, these tracks a bit at random. I'm not sure this one's actually mentioned. Yeah, what's there? Aggie. No. He's just being a little jerk today, isn't he, Arya? Yeah. Hey, if the boot fits, Aggie. The boot fits. Yeah, a lot of good work was done that day. Like that's awesome. We did, you guys all did great. We made it in like the top 600 teams. Like what more could you ask for? Set him aside. So he's going to do him slightly differently. Let's focus on all these dudes. Oh, this? Are you asking if this is a giant chainsword? What makes you say that? Because it's so much bigger than this one? But as a matter of fact, I believe, yes, I think this is an eviscerator. A human-sized eviscerator. Typically I see them with like Space Marines. Trying to think of a kit that has one currently. I know the Berserker kit has one. I'm actually not entirely certain if this is a eviscerator or not. I think it's supposed to be one. I think it's a mix of eviscerator, but it is also has a flamer built in. Which really, what more could you want? What more could you possibly want? Like right there. That's a little mini flamer. Rules wise, I'm not sure if it's an actual chainsword or if it's supposed to be an eviscerator, but it is a big chainsword with a flamer built in, and that makes me happy. I am happy. Now, if I was gonna say anyone had flare because they're carrying fire, it's literally this guy. He has a big flamer and then a big fire he just waits. Also, fun fact, Augie, this fire stick, I believe, is supposed to be like a one-shot weapon. You're actually not supposed to put it on the guy that has a flamer. So this is technically an illegal build, rules-wise, but it just looks really cool. And I didn't realize it at the time, so it is what it is now. That's right, Vindictor, because the other priest model, she has it too. Yeah. I think the Vindictor is pretty unique to like Ecclesiarchy. Augie. This guy. Augie. Hunching over. Lower the seat, actually. Oh, yeah. That's better. I'm not hunching over as much. I'm a little lower. Sorry, guys. Let's get this down a little more. Actually wild to think. So this whole journey, this whole Neuro-Heretical thing started a year ago. Actually, a little over a year ago now. Like, I think Scott mentioned on the extra live stream at some point. I'm not entirely sure when, but I think he mentioned on his extra live stream that we have our little business, little Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, has officially been incorporated for like a year. And the fact that, you know, we got a few months yet before we hit our streaming anniversary, but the fact that we're here a year later is borderline incredible. The fact that we're doing this is amazing. And, you know, it's not like the channel has rocketed off or anything like that. But just the simple fact that we're still doing this, that you guys are showing up for hobby streams like this, that we're able to do just fun things or really cool things like Extra Life, like that's awesome. That's what it's all about. Then that we've just been able to build this community in general is awesome to me. It's small, but I like it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm absolutely okay with that. And again, just everyone watching, just a big thank you. And I'm glad you're here. Snake's guy's one of my favorites. He's a little like standard bearer. Like he just has like a reliquary he carries around. Love that. Well, I'm glad that you're glad. Wandering Fire. We've said it before, we'll say it again, you are absolutely positively one of our biggest supporters, and we love you for that. If nothing else, we know Wanting Fire is going to be there. Wanting Fire got our back. You know what I mean? Hello, Mini Doc. Glad you're around. Oh, were they like, when you say absurd, were they absurdly good or bad? I'll admit I bought these mostly just like because I thought they were cool. So I don't think I've ever actually really looked at the kill team rules, come to think of it. Like I was just like, oh yeah, I need these bad boys. I just think they are really, really good looking models. But I will say, from just a purely design standpoint, they do exemplify one of the things I really do love about Kill Team. Like, part of Kill Team's purpose is clearly to... Oh, yes, absurdly good. I feel like I heard that, but I couldn't tell you any details at all about it. I know they're, like, not good in 40k, really. They don't really have a role they fill, especially... I think they're kind of redundant in Sisters, and they're not useful for most other armies, points-wise. But I was saying something before that, and I totally forgot. Oh, they really exemplified to me just like one of the great strengths of kill teams, that they can just do these random weird things. Like, these guys have precedent earlier editions, but they're really not featured that heavily most of the time. So when they do show up like this, it's like, oh wow, cool, it's like a new interesting thing. And you can kind of like expand on a faction a little bit in a way you just can't in 40k without doing some massive army release. Like, and that's one of the big advantages of Kill Team, part of why, even though I don't play the game very often, I absolutely love it still. It's just like, alright, they're gonna do something that there's entirely a good chance they do something that no one else is doing. And I mean, even in the worst case scenarios where they're not doing something new, they're refreshing units, and they're doing it outside the normal 40k release cycle. You know, like a good example is the new Tau stealth suits. They could have done that, you know, a couple of years ago when they did the Tau Codex. But, you know, that was a group focus thing, so they didn't. But it's like, ah, yes, instead of having to wait to the next Tau Codex, hey, Tau player, she's a whole new unit, you know? Oh, nice. Yeah, unfortunately, in our particular kind of area, well, I don't say area, that's not fair, because I really only go to the one store most of the time when I'm not playing on the channel. It's not, we don't see a lot of skirmish games. I feel like our community isn't big on skirmish games, unfortunately. So, like, I remember Kill Team, both the first and second, both this, not first and second, but both the last edition and this edition, had a fairly good showing when it came out, and then it kind of quietly moved to the sidelines. Like, it just didn't quite stick. I think the only one that kind of has is Trench Crusade, and it's kind of doing it, and it's a skirmish game, it is also kind of doing its own thing a little bit. But I will say, if you guys like Kill Team, be on the lookout for our next side quest Saturday. Hopefully, right here in a couple of weeks. We want to break after a big extra live stream, but we will be playing Kill Team on stream. I can promise you that. So be on the lookout for that. And if you guys know more about Kill Team than we do, which you almost certainly do, be there to tell us what we're doing wrong, actually in stream. That way we can hopefully try to fix it there and then. Because we will get rules wrong. I can promise you that one. I can promise you that. Oh, got some in my eye over here too. I don't know why. You know, I don't know. I might play these guys actually. That could be fun to do. I haven't really decided. Like, we haven't decided who's going to be playing just yet. I think it's probably going to be me versus someone. I just don't know who. So let's see. What could I do? If I was going to, this is probably going to be me because I'm not going to be available that Sunday. So I am available that Saturday. I could do these guys. My Arbites are set up as a kill team. I might do them. I do enjoy my space cops. So I got a few options. Even my Creek. I have multiple kill teams of Creek at this point, technically. Let's see. Medoc says they converted their Sanctifiers for Necromunda. Using some Condor bits. I can see that. I mean, honestly, that's why I'm painting these guys red. Is my Black Templars have kind of a redemptionist theme underneath the hood a little bit, like a kind of, for lack of a better term, a sub-faction within my Black Templars, or Sanctifier, or not Sanctifiers, or Redemptionists. So I was like, oh, I want to do these guys as like a traveling Redemptionist group that like bears holy icons for the Black Templars. I will say there may be a chance Bird is playing on Saturday. I think he has the Death Watch kill team, and Bird being Bird, positive he has it all painted up. Let's see. Yeah, the Arbitrator's kits are really nice. I really like them. There may be, if I don't do it in my free time, there may be a hobby stream event here soonish that has them being put together as kind of like the main theme, but we will see. Alright, I'm starting to get most of the way through the regular dudes. So let's get a little more stuff done here. I will say I do the Death Watch kill team. I do intend to get my hands on eventually. Part of why I bought the Corvus Corax I have in my shelf way over there. That it's somewhere down there. You guys can technically see it. It is there. But hopefully one day I want to get my hand on those when they have an individual release, which probably isn't that far off, but yeah, no. Yeah, they're on my list. I definitely want to get a group of them and run them around. They basically kind of using basically the same way I use my Space Cops, where they run around and just like hit a high profile unit in the back line, except more effectively because they have a flyer now instead of just quote unquote a rhino. I need to look at a reference picture of this model. Figure out what's skin and what's cloth real quick. You can see back here, goes all the way to his butt, but I can't tell if it goes higher up here, if that's belly. Let's kind of look at you guys' chat here for a second. Let's see what's going on in chat. We got. Yep. I didn't know he had a Dragon Sentinel on him. Put on Bird. Let's see. Death Watch kill team has been individually sold now. They announced last Sunday to be sold in their own box. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Sorry. It has been a very, with Extra Life and everything, it has been a very, very hectic week. Like, it has been. Yeah. I forgot that was up. I remember seeing the preview now. I am looking forward to that. I really am. I'm actually kind of surprised they moved as fast on that as they did. Typically it takes, for a while there, it was taking months to get to that point. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Like, don't get me wrong. The faster they go, the better in my book. You know what I mean? Yeah, close up look. Okay. So he doesn't have anything there. So that is just like that for the Guy Fieri baby. Yeah, proper Death Watch comic books. They had technically had one in the past, though, considering it couldn't really include their like actual iconic units for I would presume obvious reasons. Yeah, like a proper one that had like the mixed kill teams would be genuinely crazy. I wouldn't be surprised should they decide to stick with Deathwatch, right? Because I think there was, squatted isn't the right term. I think they wanted to kind of spin them off into Imperial agents to be kind of like the main draw to that faction, and it did not work at all. But I think that was the intent. So I'm not entirely sure how much support they actually intend to give them. So I feel like the release of the new Deathwatch kill team is still an extension of the Imperial Agents plan they originally had before they backtracked it about a year ago now. Was that really a year ago? Just a second. So I'm curious to see what they do with them going forward. Because part of, I think, the reason they wanted to is because he didn't have, right, a whole year ago. Like that's crazy to me. I mean, I can't. Like, this last year has been such an absolute, like, I don't know. It has just been crazy for me, like on a personal level. Like, not to get into like too much detail with you guys, but like, oh man. Just so much happened. And it's crazy. And the fact that it's been a year already is just awesome. And I'm glad I'm where I'm at. You know, this channel's doing pretty good. Got a new job. I'm happy. Alright. Mini Doc wants to know, what do you think about the guy, the name? Aaron Theus coming back Necromunda. Is that the guy in gold? I will admit, I'm not really the Necromunda guy. That's really more, we call him Bird or Chris on our channel. That's much more into Necromunda. I just know parts of it. But if it's the guy I'm thinking of, if it is that guy in gold, that, oh my god, I love that mini. Like, Necromunda, you know, speaking of just gorgeous, characterful minis, Necromunda, absolutely. I think it's fair to say that Necromunda is probably, like, design-wise, I think I would honestly argue it is probably the best and most characterful game design-wise that GW has. Because they can just go absolutely ham on every single model. You know, it's kind of like Kill Team, where it is designed, since it is a skirmish level game, it's a small level game, like you can go crazy because you're not painting 100 of these dudes. You're painting like a dozen, right? Like, it is entirely possible your entire Necromunda collection is smaller than one of my 20-man Imperial Guard squads, you know, just by being similar scale. And because of that, you can just go crazy, absolutely crazy on the designs because you're not painting 100 of these guys. You're only painting a few. So you can just make them super characterful and just all kinds of fun stuff. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Awesome. Welcome to the Discord mini doc. We're always happy to have more people. And especially more people with, seems like, expertise like yours, where you know games that we just necessarily don't. So having an extra expert there, always useful. If you go in there and make some Necromunda posts, I promise you Bird will respond eventually. He's a bit flighty, but he is the Necromunda guy. But I do believe Jeff recently got some enforcers, so probably likely to see more of those. In fact, I've actually got some enforcers, and what I probably ought to do eventually. I mean, I might end up making some of them from Necromunda, since it would be nice to have a proper Necromunda army, but I've been thinking of using them as like sergeants for my penal legionnaires. So I think that would be fun and flavorful. But that's a future me project. I have enough other stuff going on right now that the penal legionnaires are a little bit of a side project. Though, if Wargame Atlantic does drop, they are supposed to be sculpting a new command and like weapon squad, or command and support squad. If they drop that, I will be picking up a box or two for proxies, for sure. Because I do so love running my penal legionnaires as catachans, but I don't have command squads for them. I can absolutely do that, and feel free to jump in whenever you see a conversation going on. Like, it's, you know, we're not the most active. We could be more, but we just need more people to do that. So if you are hopping in, you got stuff to show off pain, or you just want to ask questions about a game or pitch in, people are usually asking pretty often, feel free and have at it. Enjoy. I was gonna say something I totally forgot. Oh, I will also throw out mini doc, since you are new here. We do actually do a mini of the week, or an army of the week, every week on our main Sunday streams. So if you post up some of your armies and some of your minis, they may well get featured. In fact, our community is so small at this point, if you post them, I can almost guarantee you they will get featured. I feel like I've heard of the 3Fs of game design, but I've also been told a lot of 3Fs in my, especially in my army career, that I'm not 100% sure I know correctly what you're referring to. It sounds vaguely familiar, and if I did hit on it accidentally and I haven't heard it before, that makes me feel really good. I'm not a game designer, but I do like to, analyze things a little bit. If I can hit on something that actual game designers use, I feel like I'm on the right track. Right. And it's already 8 o'clock. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I forgot I put her on there. Dude. He's not getting into anything, is he? I feel like he might be. I do apologize if I jump out every once in a while. I have one dog who's a perfect little angel, and she's just still laying there chilling. And I have the other one that I'm pretty sure lives to antagonize me, so I may have to check on him every once in a while. That's what I should have done. I should have painted her mask first. I guess I can always go back and do it again. Is the method I'll want to use. I will want to dry brush it, which, perhaps unsurprisingly, can be a little difficult with models like these. Okay, he's chewing on something. I will be right back, guys. I do apologize. Chill out and hang out in the meantime. Fun people bounced. You know what? Fair enough. Tristan, entertain. You're good at this. All right. He's just chewing on some cardboard stuff we need to take out, so it's not a big deal. That's... How did you enjoy fighting Death Guard, Tristan? I feel like by the time you got to your game, I was. Actually, I guess you played your second game. I feel like we didn't get too much chance to really talk after your game, actually, because I had to go right into mine. And then I had to produce, and then I went to bed. So how did you like playing Death Guard? Because I have opinions on Death Guard. And I love Jeff, but I will also freely admit Death Guard is among my least favorite factions to play against. Playing against Jeff is usually fun. Playing against Death Guard, I have opinions on. Playing against Death Guard, I'm not so sure. Too many spooky vibes to me. I didn't. Yeah, that's an accurate way to describe playing Death Guard, Tristan. I would agree with you there. They're good, and unfortunately their playstyle is just like, it can be frustrating to play against. Like, even playing Space Marines, it's just like, man, it can be such a struggle to wound them. Like, it's really hard to hurt them, and then sometimes you finally manage it, and then it's like, oh, I just barely did anything. And that's not like a knock on Death Guard players or anything like that, to be clear. They're just beefy little boys. Well, one way you can kind of look at it is, you do have a lot of flame weapons aren't terrible against like Death Guard, just because the way to get them is just to throw a lot of attacks at them with moderate AP, moderate to low AP, depending on what you have access to, and just force them to make a lot of saves, because eventually they'll fail them. But getting to that point can be frustrating and difficult. Also, I guess, if you are running the Salamanders detachment, you can run. Oh god, what is it? I don't even know if it's in like the actual name Salamanders one for Agrax, whatever his name is, or if it's just in the regular like Flamestorm or whatever. If you run that, you can make your Flamers devastating wounds, which typically does pretty well against Death Guard, but just hard to trade into them. And as Mini Doc says, you will fight Toughness 9 Terminators, and you will like it. Actually, you won't. You won't like it, but you'll do it. You want your friend to have a good time, even if you're crying in the background. But it's okay. It's only fair. At the beginning of the edition, Death Guard were absolutely terrible. So if they want to have, they want to let them have this year in the sun, I'm not going to fault them for it. Got a whole new edition coming out next year at this point, so what does it matter anymore? Actually, it's kind of wild to think that all of the codexes are out. Yeah, I know there's 2 Wandering Fire. I don't know if the stratagem I'm talking about that gives you devastating wounds is in both. I know it's in Firestorm because I played that one. I think it's in both. I think it's one of the stratagems that carried over. I could be wrong though. Been wrong before, will be wrong again. Alright, finally done with Flesh Terror. Set that aside. Here. Do a little cleany clean. True. I really like 10th better than 9th. I didn't hate Ninth. I enjoyed Ninth. Black Templars had some really fun, kind of dumb, but like fun stuff going on in it. But I do really, really, really enjoy the actual what's the word I'm looking for? I love the detachment system in 10th edition so much. Especially because like I did like playing my Black Templars in 9th. I liked some of the stuff they did. Problem is my lists were like basically the same no matter what once we got the codex, right? And so the detachment system though lets me change that up to where, you know, I can run a few different things. I can run my transport heavy attachment in a couple different flavors at this point because Space Marines. But I can also run like, you know, I can run the ancient detachment. I can run the chaplain detachment. My list changes on a fundamental level depending on what detachment I'm running. And I really like that. And especially because I do really particularly enjoy Firestorm. That like my advancing shooting and then like getting in your face really fast with Land Raiders. I do someday, before this edition is out, I need to run triple repulsor, Black Templar repulsor executioner in Firestorm. Because advance and re-roll against units within 12 inches, or Oath of Moment within a unit within 12 inches, sounds really, really good. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. But problem is, I only have one Pulsar Executioner, so I would have to borrow the other two. Alright. Where's Snakebite leather? I can do Snakebite next. I think that's you. Yeah. My Kool-Aid looking paint water at this point. I love you all. Can you not come up with increasingly disgusting ways to describe the smell of death card? Please and thank you. I don't want to go to bed after this, and that's like the last thing on my brain. On my brain, on my mind. Words, how do they work? I think my snake bite might have dried up a bit, which is unfortunate. It's easily one of my favorite contrasts. Because it's absolutely magic. And it's good for both leather and wood. Maybe you only get something half hearing it, but I'm really hearing this song has some Fallout vibes. Like Wasteland, Wandering the Wasteland vibes. Speaking of which, that new season comes out. Shoot. In a few... I mean, shoot, it comes out like what? A month from now? Somewhere around there? Maybe a month and a half? I think it's in December. And I can't wait. Also reminds me I need to paint up my Minutemen. Add that to the list of things I need to paint. That is ever growing by my own fault. I love Fallout. Okay, I will geek about Fallout for a long time. If John is on here, if you ever watch a stream with John on, whether mainstream, this stream, whatever, if you ever watch one of those, ask him about Fallout, because he does not get Fallout. He's like the only person on the channel that does not play Fallout a lot. And it's funny. We like to throw things at him. You know, I will freely admit, I haven't played the first two Fallout games. I really need to. I actually own them. So I bought the like collector's edition mini nuke, which you can't quite see, but is up there on my incidentally kind of Fallout shelf. So yeah, I haven't played Wasteland Warfare yet myself, just because I haven't put my minis together, and that's on me. But we actually have played them on the channel. If you look up some of our side quest Saturdays, one of the earlier ones, I couldn't tell you exactly which one it was off the top of my head. One of the earlier ones we did actually play Wasteland Warfare. I think we did. It was Jeff and Scott, and they did. I think they just did the starter box. I think Scott bought the starter box, is what it was. And he painted it up. Though Jeff might have had like super moons or something. Actually, I think the super moons came in starter box. I don't remember. I have to check, but I do plan to play Wasteland Warfare with my Minutemen. That is what I bought them for. I have a rough army idea, like I have to double check the exact size. It's been a few months since I actually looked at it, but it was like one kind of leader in power armor and a bunch of other ones. Oh, really? They're supposed to get a plastic kit? Ugh. I really like the Minutemen. They are one of my favorite factions. Probably them and the NC are my two favorites. Just mixing some water here because this stuff is a goo. But thank you for letting me know. I wasn't aware of that. I will have to keep an eye out for that. In fact, I need to speak to Scott. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my wet palette because it's not behaving like a very good contrast. My Lamy at medium. That's right, it was Enclave. That's what Jeff had. Jeff had Enclave. That's what I was thinking, like Supermans. Yeah, Jeff had Enclave, he had Frank Horrigan. But yeah, I will have to keep an eye out for that. I know we were actually trying to get, I don't think we ever fully pulled it off. I think we need to get PayPal set up, which we do. We were trying to see if we could get affiliated with Modiphius, same way we got affiliated with Wargames Atlantic. So that actually reminds me, so thank you, Wendy Doc, that we need to kind of reach back out to them now that we have that. Or at least I need to see if Scott can do so. But yeah, I will absolutely keep an eye on that flex. I like me Minutemen. Actually, I guess they have like, don't they have a whole new edition coming out soon, even? If I remember correctly? I remember Scott talking about that. I could be mistaken. As I said before, and I'll say again, been mistaken before, will be mistaken again. Yeah, I've noticed that. It seems like they don't put a lot of lead time on their announcements, which I don't know if I love it as a advertising strategy, but it is kind of nice when the company's like, hey, by the way, this is coming out, and here soon, so enjoy. I love GW, but sometimes the wait is really long. Which is why I was surprised that one kill team was that fast. Those two kill teams, I should say. Didn't expect to see those till sometime next year. But yeah, Wasteland Warfare is another one of those games we do hope to play a bit more on the channel. I think the big one, just because I'm like super excited for it now, is bolt action, because I am absolutely positively planning to pick up a bolt action army, Soviet army here very, very soon. Likely sometimes around Thanksgiving. As I'm looking at this, I'm seeing a bunch of stuff I missed. Alright. Who's next for leather and robe? You? Cool. Don't worry, One Empire. I love GW, but my wallet is empty as a very, very common issue with GW. Don't ever think you're alone in that. It was very much my existence. It has very much been my existence in the past. And quite often still is, to be frank. I will say this, GW makes really good minis for the price. You know, having done a lot, actually, I would say, Wargame Atlantic's minis at this point. Having done well over 60 of them. Love Wargames Atlantic, the price is amazing, but you are paying for that price. You're getting what you pay for. Love the minis, they're great. Bit of a pain to put together. Small studio, can't blame them. No, cannot, absolutely cannot, will not hold it against them at all. Will absolutely recommend their products to anyone looking to start like a guard army or a bolt action for that matter. The bolt action, you do have a lot more options. Minis. Already almost 9 o'clock. Well, since I do have to work in the morning, I will say probably about 9:30. Will probably be the time that we end the stream for this week. But of course, we will be back next week. Don't think we won't. We will be back. All of our big projects are behind us. So besides the holidays, we got nothing holding us back. Some blue there. Okay, that won't bleed too much. Hey, I'm your mini duck. If you need stuff on in the background, I got an entire channel for you to explore. At this point, we have a lot of live streams. I got a lot of these chilling in the background. These, if you want to just put something on to chill. There's honestly a lot of options at this point. It's a grenade. I'm going to choose to interpret that as a leather. Ugh. Also, just like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting old. And hunching over like this for an extended period of time actually makes my back hurt. Which is a delightful thing. Glove. I think it is. I'll get some of the leather. Right, overdoing it a little bit with the snake bite leather, but it's a contrast. If not for overdoing, then why bother, right? Honestly, a lot at this point. We've got, I'm positive, well over 100 streams of various kinds at this point. Like, I have no doubt there. It's been going since, I think, practically every week since February. Like, one or two. I know for a fact, technically, we have only missed one Sunday live stream. And even then, we released a pre-recorded video, hopefully to kind of make up for it. We got a couple other little pre-recordeds. Really, one other, because we have the one of them is our Extra Life announcement, and since we're done with Extra Life, it's kind of moot. Might actually just delete that. Not delete it, but I'll probably make it private. Since we already have that event, we don't really need to be advertising it anymore. I think no such thing as overboard can be applied to basically every Space Marine Legion on some level. I feel like there's not any chapter that can't be called out for that. Salamanders, what do you mean too many flamers? No such thing. Bloodangels, what do you mean too many jump assault troops? No such thing. Well, you know, insert chapter of your choice here. Dog. Oh, I got paint on my cup. I'm gonna put it over there, and I'm sure I won't at all make a tragic mistake in regards to my paint water at some point. Leave that for now. Next. What will be next? I got some gloves on. Mistake. I think my snake bite leather is ruined. Fortunate. got a fair number of minis out of it, but still. GW monsters. They really added a little half glove on this guy. And I mean, honestly, how dare they? You guys are coming out nicely, though. I'm liking the brown and red, to be honest with you. Can't forget the boots. Right. I don't think you really have anything that's going to be brown. Other. We got some stuff. I don't really gonna do you either. Does anyone else have a lot of like packs? I think I just want to see you with the big one. Dang, already kind of through that then. I'll do yours a little different. Alright, snake bite leather down. Thank you, Wanted Fire. Glad you're liking them so far. I'm very much liking how they're coming out. I'll try and get a better picture after the stream, and I'll post it onto the Discord. take a second to stretch. Also, everyone, make sure you go and wave hi to Mini Doc now that he's in the Discord. Be friendly. All right. Leave that for now. I want to do this guy. Because he's going to be a relatively different scheme from everybody else. Then they'll probably be calling it a night. But in the meantime, we can get to working on that. Where is my Black Templar? I don't have an actual, like, oh, I got a Florian Gray. Nah, he's an assassin. I want to do Black Templar. Black Legion. Black Templar. Purple. That could look kind of good, but good old Black Templar. Nothing beats that. Alright, Tristan. Looks like you painted, you said you made 2 cats, 10 scissors, and 10 repetition. Oh, right. I'll be honest with you, I hear that about, whatchamacallit? Airbrushes a lot. That you oftentimes spend at least as much time cleaning them as you do actually painting with them. But I do love your picture with the cats with the green stuff on them. Oh my god. I love those. So I was like, oh, we have to show that in the in our live stream for the mini of the week. I was like, that is fantastic. Alright, now for the fun part where I gotta get his bodysuit without getting the lots and lots of whatchamacallit, leather pieces on him. I don't think this is one of the first times I've done. I don't think I've done that many, like, oh, okay, I was going to say, I haven't done that much black and red, and then I looked over and, like, half my Black Templar have red on them, but I think what I really mean is, like, a black and red contrast. I haven't done those two together very often, so this particular type of black and red I haven't really done, I don't think. It's kind of interesting. This is where they decided to bring back the Death Cult Assassin minis. Because typically, because they were their own unit. I think even in 9th edition you could still buy the resin kit. It's only really recently they took them down. Right. My back. A total side note. Tristan, you know what I totally forgot about? At Scott's, I forgot about the biscuits. I'm pretty sure those are still in his fridge. And I have no idea how long those are good for. I will need to pick those up this coming Sunday, and hopefully they'll still be good. Pretty sure they last at least a week. Okay, I thought so. Also, that it just reminded me, how was your flight home? Because I know Scott had an absolute trip trying to leave. So I'm curious how smoothly or not your flight home went. Yes, you did. Like, I don't know how long it ultimately took, but I know he had to get a hotel on Sunday. So I don't know what time he actually left in the morning. If he even left in the morning, I don't know if it took him until later that day. But it seems like, because that happened to him twice. Because that happened last time when he was, the first time he flew out for that. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking it. As long as it's not like, I guess my biggest fear is that it would mess with the like stream itself for some reason or another. But if it doesn't cause any issues on your guys' end, it lets us talk to you faster, I'm all about it. I might try the ultra low latency, but it doesn't allow like higher like HD and stuff, so like I can't do 4K or what's it called, like 1440p or whatever. I'm a little hesitant in that regard. But yeah, Scott and Tristan both had flights to catch after the 24-hour stream. I know Scott was pretty beat. I imagine Tristan was too. Of course, he can speak for himself in that regard. I did okay after the stream. Because I managed to get a solid like probably 5.5, 45 minutes. Hours of sleep after, like in the middle of the stream. I think Jeff said he went home and slept till like 4 o'clock or something after he finally called it and left. Like it was a long day. I know that. Ultimately, I don't think I actually fell asleep after I managed to stay up till 10. But like right at 10, I just laid down and do not remember falling asleep at all. Well, like I said, it was fun. It was ultimately worth it. I think we're all glad we did it. I think we'd all be happy to do it again next year. You know, with the emphasis on next year, not this year, or not anytime soon. But doing 24-hour stream, it's pretty fun. It's fun to hang out with. You know, if nothing else, you're hanging out with your buddies for 24 hours. You know, what more could you want? Hanging out with your buddies and you're playing a game you all enjoy. So, you know, that's the dream, really. All right. Yeah, I heard about that wine fire. I didn't even realize that. I saw you had been commenting at some point during part 2. But I was kind of like scrolling back and looking at it as we kind of finish up here. Like, we'll just kind of, I think we can just kind of talk and hang out these last 10 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions, anything about the hobby stream, anything about Extra Life, we'd be more than happy to answer for you. Otherwise, you know, kind of, I think I'm done painting for now. Got all that done. I mean, you get more snake bite leather, unfortunately. But I got all these guys kind of, you know, I call it 80% done. Like, I want to get another gray for some of them to kind of their like underclothes. And then it's a lot of little kind of detail painting, but can't ask for a whole lot more. I like how the kill team came out. It's off, that'll be too bright. Yeah, it's a little dark, but it'll be alright. I think this has a light on it. Give me a second. Ooh. Hey, I'm lit up now. Go team. But yeah, we absolutely appreciate that wine fire. Hanging out. They do look quite spiffy. Like I said, I'll take an actual, more well-lit picture of them right before I go to bed tonight, or right after we're done here. Turn the light back on. It got really dark. Pretty dark in this corner. Ooh, actually, nice and curious. I have a built-in light on my desk now. Huh? It's colorful. I can change the colors too. I can set it to red, got green, we got blue, got yellow, which looks really green. We got, it's like a cerulean kind of light blue, purple, light purple. I will say the desk has an absolute aura on it. Let's set our timer on it. Yeah, I know. Look at it. It's green. So this is green and this is yellow. It looks basically the same on camera. I can see it more looking at it here, but it's a very greenish yellow. But you know, for cheap, I can't complain. I think. When it flashes, that means that is as low or as high as it goes. I've learned. I can even set it to like music, which is kind of cool. Whoa, that's crazy. Let's not do that. That's gonna stop it. Stop it. Okay. I want someone to have a someone's just gonna like, I'm gonna have an epileptic episode. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm happy with how Sanctifiers are coming out. Looking forward to painting them a bit more. Let's kind of move stuff around here real quick. See my mouse and maybe use it. That'd be cool. Yeah. I'm gonna turn that back on though. There we go. It drowns out the light, but that's fine. That was a productive hobby stream. I'm glad everyone got to be here, got to hang out. It's always great to see you guys. Always great to talk to you guys. I guess we haven't really talked about, what did you guys think of the reveal show? I saw a lot of stuff I really liked personally. Big focus on Nurgle, speaking of the Stinky Boys, so yeah, no. What else? Turn off this light because it's really blinding me a little bit. Yeah, I really liked the reveal show. The Warhammer animation trailer looked cool. Looking forward to the Sisters of Battle. Titus back as a captain. Love that. Way better mini than his tie-in mini. But that's okay. Yeah, his mini has absolute drip. I do like that. May try to convert that to a Black Templar mini, but I don't know. I like that. I like the Wardens of Ultramar kit, actually. There is several good guard proxies in there that I want to pick up. You've got, one guy that could be a Castellan pretty well. Probably two of them, actually, you could run as Castellans. One is obviously a psyker he would make good. Yeah, so Captain Arcarian, I think was his name. He got him and one of the other characters from Space Marine 2 currently died off screen. We'll have to see if that gets expanded on or not, because it could. There's non-zero chance. But yeah, the Warden's Ultramar kit's really good. I do really want to pick up eventually the special 3-man unit the Ultramarines got. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it was. Something guard. It's not the honor guard, it's something else. Victrix guard. It's the banner in that one. Oh my god, that banner I want. That's the new Necron mini goes really hard. Actually, first I'm taking a closer look at it. That's a really sick mini actually. Char the Nightbringer. Yeah, so they recently posted it on Warhammer Community Wanting Fire, kind of explaining the history of the most recent second company captains in Ultramarines. They talked about it. Basically, yeah, he kind of got. I mean, I kind of get why Ultramarines are the mascot. They have a good paint scheme. There's nothing wrong with their paint scheme. Like they're very eye-catching. You can see them across the room. Really, they're perfect blue for that. And they're supposed to be like the generic Codex guys, so I don't mind them being the poster boys. And I think honestly it makes sense to me that other people aren't like taking part in it, or that like they're not that actually popular on the tabletop. So it's not really what they're meant to do. Though clearly they have to be doing well enough that they decided to make so many like produced main characters for them, if that makes sense. Let's see. I am really looking forward to 500 Worlds. The actual like having a campaign system, like a proper campaign system for 40k, beyond just Crusade, like a full-on like map and everything. Campaign system, that's what I'm trying to say. It's something I'm really looking forward to. And I think they did say, let me see if I can find it. 6 new detachments for Space Marines and Necrons. Looking forward to that. That'll be sick. New Dread Incursion, so new boarding action supplement. Nice to see. Would have liked to see more of those throughout the edition. Campaign system, where it pits 3 alliances against each other in a bid to control territories and capture critical locations towards a larger campaign map included in the set. That's the one I am absolutely looking forward to. I am really looking forward to that. What else? I think they did mention that some of the rules will be included for free. Like when it actually comes out, it'll be on Warhammer Community. I think it's probably mostly the detachments, if I had to guess. Yeah, like it has a full-on map. I think they showed it in the video. I don't think you can see it on Warcomps. I think you have to look up the announcement video. They probably released separately by now. But yeah, it had like a full-on like map with connected systems and stuff. Yeah, they don't show it on the thing. And that I'm really, really looking forward to. Ooh, they did show off some really cool Xenos models. The new Votan model, unexpected, but cool. Not my favorite. Tyranid one is pretty good. It's kind of generic. Just kind of unfortunately, Tyranids Tyranids just need a little more character in their models. Not a lot, just a little bit more. But the Twin Lance, the new Tau unit. Oh my god. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, the models look really cool. I really like the what are there's some kind of new suit. I don't know if it should be a crisis suit. Where is it? War Maker battle suits. Those look really cool. I like those. But those ones look really good. I'm very Man, I am like a bad day away from starting a tower. Man, I'm going to tell you that you guys right now. I did think it's funny that it was the Gene Stealer cult that got the last Ultramarine captain, the last second company captain. That was pretty funny. The Necromunda models, as always, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Didn't realize he was like kind of an undead thing. Looks like some new kind of enforcer models that are aimed at the nobles. Those look good. Always look good. New squats. One kit would look really good as proxies for the actual squat kits. Yeah. I couldn't tell that close. You fell for one of the classic blunders. Never fight a Gene Stealer cult when death's on the line. Or whatever the line is. It's been a minute since I watched that movie. I didn't watch it. But alas, it is 9:30. It is late. I would like to lay down and get some sleep before I have to go to work in the morning. Once again, thank you all so much for coming to hanging out with me, getting some painting done. Finally, glad you guys voted for Sanctifiers. I've been avoiding putting paint on these minis, so I am very glad to have finally done so. So thank you so much. Everyone that hung out today, awesome. Well, as always, thanks so much for hanging out, especially for 2 hours. How long stream by any stretch by our standards. Always glad when you're here. If you were here for Extra Life, thank you so very much for being here for that. Seeing that being a big success meant so much to me on so many levels. The project was mine. I've been doing Extra Life since, I think 2012, 2011 was the first time I did it. I took a very long break. I was really happy to be able to do that again and to be able to do it and have it be such a massive success and to support a local hospital that I have actively worked with, that I have been to multiple times. Being able to support them and the families there meant a lot to me personally. So thank you guys so very much. Hopefully we will be able to do that again next year, and I am hoping many years to come, and may it grow ever bigger every time. So thank you guys so very much for that. Thank you for showing up tonight, and we will see you on Sunday. I can't tell you exactly which armies we're going to be playing just yet, though I can say I have heard whispers Iron Hands might be showing up. So be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, we will see you guys on Sunday. And of course, I will see you next week for the next hobby stream. So good night and goodbye. This is really awkward, so I gotta go over and click the thing. Oh, where is it? Where is it? It's over here. It's switching.